Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is our favorite villains. And there are a lot of really good villains out there. iPod probably has some opinions as well. She climbed into my lap when I was filming this video, so here she is. Coming in at number 5 is Jack Randall from the Outlander series, particularly Outlander and Dragonfly and Amber, because after that he's kind of not there anymore. So if you don't know, Outlander is about a girl from the 1960s who goes back in time 200 years in Scotland and ends up in like olden day Scotland in the 1700s, and her husband's ancestor is Jack Randall, who is this complete sadistic douchebag, and it's just pretty brilliant, honestly. It was a really brilliant move to have her husband's ancestor be the bad guy, because like her husband is like back in her own time is like so into his history and into his ancestors, and he's like, oh yeah, Captain Jack Randall was my ancestor, blah blah blah. And then she goes back in time, meets Jack Randall for herself, and goes, wow, he is a horrible human being. So basically I really like just how much of his terribleness we see. Like none of it's not just, oh, that person's so bad, like behind the scenes. Like we see all the shit that he does and how many times he tries to kill her and all this craziness, and he is just like a terrible sadist and just like a horrible person. And honestly, after we don't get him as the villain anymore for the rest of the series and we get other people instead, like the other people just are so pale in comparison to him. He's just so much of a better villain than anyone else who shows up, which is just way too bad. I like missed him so much in the third and fourth book, like seriously. Coming in at number 2 is Hilly Holbrook from The Help, and I presume that is her right there because she's like this pretentious looking white chick over there. So I assume that's her. I haven't seen the movie and this is the movie cover, but anyway, so Hilly is this this terrible woman who just, I don't even understand. She tries to screw up like everything for Black people's rights. And the thing that is so brilliant about her as a villain is that she's not purposely a villain. She doesn't do anything with the intent of, oh, this is, like, I'm mean, I want to mess this person up, I want to, like, take this girl's job as the editor, like, just because I'm a douche. Like, she doesn't do that at all. She's honestly just the typical woman of that time period who kind of just goes, this is the right thing to do. I have to mess this person up and what they're doing, and or expose what they're doing to the town or whatever it is, because she thinks that that's actually the best way to go about it. And that's, like, honestly a lot scarier than if she were just mean for the sake of being mean. And also she's so entertaining. Like, she's kind of like your mean girl in a high school type of thing, only of course everyone in this book is older than that. So she's kind of like the mean high school girl who never grew up, but who still has like terrible values, and it's just really weird, and she's just so entertaining to read about. And everything that she does to like mess up our main characters and what they do to her in return is just insane and just really interesting, and it really added a whole new layer of entertainment to this book. So coming in at number 3 is the Darkling from the Grisha trilogy, and I was a big fan of the Darkling during the first book until you find out that he's evil, because he is just, it seems like in an alternate world he and Alina could have been happy together if like she had actually been evil as well and not someone he could have just taken advantage of and all of that. So basically I thought that he did such a good job of playing the good guy so much, like enough to fool the reader. And then, like, I almost bought his villainousness more in the first book than in the second one, where you already know that he's a villain. Because as just a villain, he didn't add as much, but as a villain masquerading as a good guy, he just did so much for the story, and it just seemed like he just seemed so cool, and I was like, damn it, why do you have to be evil? Why couldn't Alina have ended up with him? Like, why? Coming in at number 2, we have Siegfried's mother, whose name I kind of forget, but I don't think it's really in it that much, from The Black Swan by Mercedes Lackey. And so she is a queen who is plotting to get rid of her own son just so that she can keep the throne longer. So basically, her whole idea is to get her son married off to somebody, and then as soon as he has a child, she's going to kill him. And then that way she can be the regent for longer, because she's just that power hungry. And it's just kind of insane, like how many villains out there are trying to kill their own child just for power? Like, it's kind of insane. And she's just a terrible person. And honestly, she's the best Mercedes Lackey villain I've ever read about. Like, Mercedes Lackey has a lot of really insane high fantasy stories, but I think that one really takes the cake because not only is this villain just horrible, but she's also a point of view character. She's one of 3 point of view characters that we get. And at number 1 is Cersei Lannister from A Song of Ice and Fire. So obviously in this series, the lines between bad and good are very, very blurred, with the exception of Joffrey, who is actually, like Joffrey is really the only character we get who is actually evil. Arguably, like, he's just so messed up and, like, probably just really inbred and just has no empathy for anybody whatsoever. Like, he's the only actual, like, evil person who we get in this series so far. But Cersei, I think, is kind of a close second, because even though she's really bad, like, she's arguably the worst besides him and besides the priestess lady, but at the same time, we know that she has an actual reason for doing the stuff that she does. She's just a mother trying to, like, secure a good future for her children. Like, of course she uses people, takes advantage of people, stabs people in the back, but it's all, like, to her, it makes perfect sense. It's all in the name of, like, of getting what she wants and what she wants for her kids, basically, and that kind of makes her more terrifying. So anyway, those are my top 5 favorite villains. Let me know who your favorite villains are in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!